MLB Prize Picks for Tuesday, July 25th. I'm Sniper from DFS Army. It is a Taco Tuesday on Prize Picks. It means they offer discount lines on plays. You get some good value out there. They were a little bit cold last week, so hopefully they heat back up. We have no control over what Prize Picks posts, although you can vote on Twitter and their Discord, etc. That's how they decide. If you're not on Prize Picks, the link's in the description. Get you $100 deposit match. It's code SNIPER, but also it gets you 2 free months of a DFS Army prop subscription. That gets you access to this, the Proptimizer, letting you compare not just sportsbook lines to Prize Pick lines. It also includes our projection model. You can also get access to our Discord, where we're dropping plays for all sports, esports, tennis. They do Korean baseball at night. I'm not so much playing that because I'm asleep because I'm getting on the older side, guys. So make sure we have all the sports covered. I cannot wait for the fall to start, and we get some more major sports back and NFL going. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And those of you who subscribe today, I think you're going to get a little bit of a bonus here. I think we got some bumped lines coming your way. Real quick, though, I need to recap yesterday. I almost forgot. We get a break in that Quinn Priester misses, but Harper Rutschman DNPs. Rutschman did not start, so these DNPs, if they can go with you, they can go against you. We get the break. Priester had a rough start, thought this was going to cash, and he, credit to the rookie, buckled in, got himself to 4 strikeouts, had a decent start. I think he picked up the win in that game as well. But for us, either way, no harm, no foul, and we move on. So let me go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. Oh, I'm in boxing. Look at that. Look at that when they post some more lines, and we post lines for everything. I do in MMA content. All that stuff is coming. Like I said, it doesn't always work this way. The top 2 plays in the Proptimizer odds base are the 2 plays I'm going to drop today. And again, I suspect one or both of these lines are going to bump. I suspect Abbott to go to 6 and Burns to go to 8. We'll go ahead and we'll look at Andrew Abbott first. Typically, minus 140 and above is good value. Minus 160 on DraftKings, minus 167 on Caesars. PointsBet actually has it set up at 6.5. We are projecting him for 6.1 strikeouts. Let's go ahead and let's pull up Andrew Abbott. Talk about it just a little bit more. Already bumped. Yeah. So we're going to have to think on the fly here. I couldn't even get it in time this morning from when I first saw the line. And so is Corbin Burns. They're both bumped already. So again, access to the Proptimizer. I'm sure some people got it. I set up the video, and it's going to cost me a little bit today, it turns out. So let's go ahead and hit refresh here. And as you can see, the lines go away. So let's see what else we're looking at. Do this real quick. I also do like Griffin Canning. To think a little bit more on the fly here. So this is set at 6.5. We're projecting him down at 5.57. Like that number. DraftKings minus 145. Still good value. If I want any book to be more juiced than the others, it is DraftKings. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up Griffin Canning. We can talk about this play a little bit more. And I'm going to have to research it on the fly here. He has gone over 3 of the last 5 games. Had 12 strikeouts last time out. So you game log watchers probably don't love that. Detroit is middle of the league in terms of strikeout, so kind of a wash type of matchup there. They don't strike out. They're literally 14th in the league. I'm going to go ahead. You have to bear with me a little bit today as I pull up my other screen some stats on Griffin Canning because I was all set to go Abbott and Burns. And again, the bumps got even me today. So let's see. Looking real quick to see if he has pitched against Detroit this year. He has not. As you can see, he went under 2 of the last 5 games before that. Looking at 6.5. Pretty much all of May. So this goes back to the Kansas City start. Before that, he went 1-1. His other starts in July. Or in June, excuse me, if I go back into July, he was under this 4 of the 5 games he pitched in May. So again, against Detroit, and looking at the teams he did strike out pretty heavily against, or got a high amount of strikeouts against. The Yankees don't actually strike out a ton. Didn't get any strikeouts against the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, So again, even though he's pitching well, I'm expecting a little bit of regression here. He's not the kind of guy who's going to put up, you know, 9, 12. Those are kind of outlier high games for me. I think the average is more around that 6 mark. That's why we get a lot of juice here. I am going to lean on the juice. Again, game log watchers, you may not like it. Although he's got this 0 in here that hopefully can convince you to tail if you are a strict game log watcher. For me, it's really the numbers. Under 6.5 minus 145, 5.57 on the prop mark, and Detroit middle of the road strikeout. If they're the team that didn't strike out at all, maybe I have a little bit of hesitancy. We're going to go ahead and we'll play Griffin Canning less than 6.5 strikeouts. I said more off the fly today. I had plays queued up and I really kind of got hammered. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. It looks like I'm going to take a push prop here, just a little bit out of necessity. And we'll go ahead. Let's look at Chris Bassitt. Set at 5 on Prizepicks. The over 4.5 line is this minus 140. But again, we get 5 as a push here. What knocks me over the edge here is our projections. Projecting him at 4.31. So projections have him, under the 4.5 mark. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up Bassitt. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we got the Dodgers, who we just saw in the Canning game logs, have 0 strikeouts. He is 1 win, 1 loss, 3 pushes on this mark. And again, because I'm a little bit under the gun here, I think I'm definitely going to roll with this. Let's pull up the Chris Bassitt stats here. We went over the odds. We went over the projections. I don't think I'd be surprised if he'd already pitched against the Dodgers this year. He is not. Before the 5 games you see on screen, 4 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, 5, 5, and 8. So with that, 2 wins in the under, 2 pushes, 1 loss. Doesn't seem to break 5 strikeouts a ton. The Dodgers also middle of the road and strikeout 16th in the league, so no red flag there. I'll go ahead and I will do this kind of on the fly video. That'll be the second pick we make. Interesting today. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Comment with what you think of that process, if it was helpful at all. I know it's quick. I like to keep my videos short, not drawn on for 30 minutes. You want some picks, you want some plays, you want a little bit of background. That's my philosophy. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of what just happened. It's Griffin Canning less than 6.5 strikeouts. Chris Bassitt less than 5 strikeouts. That's what we got for today. Again, make sure you're a DFS Army member, because you probably could have got on one of those lines, Abbott or Burns. If you were on this morning, they were up. I saw them. I checked them before the video started, and they got bumped. So it's your daily reminder that whether or not you are a DFS Army member, obviously there are reasons you probably should be. Good luck in those contests, and I will see you next time.